music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop. This is season 7. This is episode 4. Damn, already 4 episodes? I can't even think about that. Anywho, today's lipstick choice is Kat Von D. I honestly was just looking at my lips like, I don't think I put enough on. Let's see. So yes, Kat Von D. And it is like a lilac type of color. I can't pronounce the name of it. I think it's like Aisha or Aisha's AY, and I can't see it because it's so small. AYESHA. So yeah, I got it from Sephora. As always, my mugs are still available. The link to the mugs are below. I can't wait to get my black mug in because the mugs look cuter than these. So I can't wait to get my black mug. And thank you to everybody who's already purchased mugs. I think the first round of mugs were all mailed out this week or over the weekend. So you guys should be getting them later this week. So yeah, thank you. And also people who've already ordered your shirts, your I Am Fat shirts. I think those will be printed later this week and then mailed out. And if you have not purchased one yet, go ahead and get one. So anyway, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for me, I think is the season so far is really, really good. I think it's already better than Hollywood was in New York and Miami. I really do think it is. It could be because we're familiar with all the characters and some of the storylines are kind of just, you know, extending out. But it's, you know, it's good. So we see the beginning of it is, you know, sad situation. You know, we see Shooter and he's meeting up with his friends. You know, they're all there to kind of just support him since the death of his son who was 21 years old. We see Kirk is there. We see Sass is there. Now, Sass is actually Scrap De Leon's little brother or brother. Scrap was on 2 seasons ago. The whole issue with, you know, him and Tommy and that other girl or whatever. So, yeah, Sass was there. The actor who played Biggie Smalls in the Biggie Smalls movie, he was there, too. He lost a lot of weight, too. We see Tobias is there, who is that girl Tokyo's boyfriend. And then some dude named Blue Da Vinci who said he was a BMF member. I'm like, okay. And there was another guy there, producers. Who was the producer? Some producer dude. I can't think of what his name is. Is it Blotchy? I think Blotchy. I wrote his name down later. I don't feel like scrolling. So, you know, we see Shooter is, you know, just amongst friends who are trying to support him and uplift him with the death of his son. And, you know, he was saying how, you know, basically he was just happy that they were there for him because he's like, I almost lost my mind, you know, just dealing with it. You know, he says how the last words he said to his son was, all right, you know what I'm saying? Be safe. I'll talk to you later, you know, call me tomorrow or whatever. And that was, they said, the next thing you know, he got a call that his son was murdered. He said his son got into an argument with some guy over $35. $35. They got into arguments, and the guy ended up shooting him in the neck and then shooting him 4 times. And his son was 21. Senseless. Look, no one is worth killing. Period. Like, period. So to do it over 35 funky ass dollars, I'm like, that's just, you know, it's just the pettiest things that people do that have, you know, long-standing consequences. I never can understand how someone can literally want to take someone's life. I just, you know, I'm a person where I feel like unless someone is trying to kill you, like literally trying to murder you, there's no reason for you to kill someone. Like, no argument is worth killing someone. You know, I don't understand that, and it's just so heartbreaking to hear. You know, you can kind of see, because you know when somebody passed away, you were in this fog of is it real or is it fake. And you can see he's still kind of just on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just really hard to see him, you know, any man going through that, or any person just in general. We see Kirk is there, and he was saying, you know, seeing what he's going through, seeing what Shooter's going through. I hate calling that man Shooter, and his son was shot. I just think that's just so crazy. But you know, he was like seeing what Shooter going through. It made him realize that he needed to be there for Cannon. That extra break baby, not wasn't even a break baby. That goddamn baby he had on his wife. Because he doesn't want his son growing up without a father and is, you know, being out here in these streets, just reckless. So I think, you know, that's a good thing to say or whatever. All the guys kind of saying how, you know, younger kids now don't listen to the older guys, and you know how back in the day it used to be like OGs who would, like, you know, teach them what to do and what not to do. Like, but now the young kids don't listen to anybody. They all about guns and money, which, I mean, some old heads show them that's what it's about. You know, so it just depends on who your old head is. You know, my old neighborhood, they were people who there were older guys who the younger guys looked up to, but again, that was back in the, you know, late 80s and the 90s. It's completely different now, and it's just crazy. You know, and then Kirk saying how he don't even know if the younger kids will even listen to the old heads. And look, I feel like sometimes Kirk need to shut the fuck up, because Kirk has made some fucked up decisions. So my thing is, do you want people to listen to Kirk? Because Kirk is still making fucked up decisions. So I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Now, and that's just how I felt. You know, we do see Shooter saying how, for him, he also can't believe that Sierra, his possibly future ex-wife, wasn't there for him more with the death of his son. So, you know, I just assume she'll be here more for me. And she wasn't, like, since the funeral, I haven't seen her. Like, she has not been around. So, like, for me, you know, even though we're going through what we're going through, you know what I'm saying, I would have assumed she would have been around more. I mean, I get that, because when someone dies, you do want to let go of petty bullshit. At the same time, when your husband has cheated on you, and you found out he had 2 kids on you, supposedly, you are there for him as much as you're able to be there for him without falling back into the trap of I'm still his wife. So I do think there could have been ways she could have been there for him more, but at the same time, I'm hoping he don't expect her to go back to being his wife and being his support system, because he's going through something so hard and so tremendous. This is what he's going through is completely fucked up. It's the hardest thing ever, but it's like, can you expect someone to completely forgive you for fucking them over, and just coming to be your everything when you feel like you lost everything, when they don't feel that same love for you? Like, they feel bad, and they were there as much as they could be. But I'm kind of torn on that whole situation. But anywho, enough of that. So then we see Tommy meeting with her mama. Look, some people love Tommy. Tommy gets on my motherfucking nerves, okay? Tommy have her good and her bad moments. This was a goddamn bad moment for me, this particular episode. You know, she's meeting with her mom, who wants her and her sister Versace to basically meet up again and have a good conversation this time. You know, Tommy saying how her sister's a rat, and I don't want to sit with no rat, you know what I'm saying, with no rodent, and, you know, who spoke to the police, and that's how I got a battery charge. I feel like Tommy bullshit. You got a battery charge because you went to that girl's job and tried to fight her. Had you not went, your ass wouldn't have gotten into a fight. You can't blame other people for your actions. You can't be like, well, I know I went up there and I know I caused some bullshit. I know I caused a fight and someone called the police and they took her statement, but it's still all her fault. No, it's your goddamn fault, because you went up there. So my thing is, you wouldn't expect your sibling to call to rat you out to the police. But bitch, if we beefing and we full-fledged beefing, I don't like you, bitch, I might talk to the police about you, because bitch, I don't like you right now. You can't do shit to somebody and want them to play fair. She ain't playing fair, bitch. Just, you wasn't either. You came to that bitch. You came to your sister's job. When you come to my job to fight me, if the police come, I might be like, that bitch came up here fighting me. I might just say that, because in the moment, I'm that pissed off at you. You didn't come to mama house and fight me. You didn't come to the, you know, to somewhere else where we was on level playing ground, but you got my job. Okay? And I ain't even Tommy, it's your fault. You can't blame her. Her mom like, look, you know, I just need you to be open to get an apology from her. Can you do that? Because I also want us to have a family portrait taken, and I need you there, because I want us all to be there. You're the only one who kind of is not on board right now, so I need you to be open to doing that. You know, she says, okay, I will be open to an apology if it's genuine, and I'll be open to whatever. Now, let's get off of that for 1 second. Who idea was it to let Tommy Mama come on TV with that damn wig on her head? Look, Tommy Mama was sitting in that goddamn restaurant thing with all her edges missing. Okay, look, it looked like that she used some goddamn shoe polish and just missed a whole bunch of patches in her head. I'm like, damn, see them bald spots on the side of her head? Who let her wear that thing? Who told her to wear goddamn updo? And then the attachment to the top, I'm like, the attachment is sideways. Who did her hair? Look, I would never in a million years let my mama be on camera looking foolish. Her mama ain't got no edges, okay? Her mama edges was slicked up with some goddamn Vaseline and black tar, and it was all kind of missing spaces on us. I'm looking like, they don't see them bald spots. I see them bald spots. I know they got it. And then it was crazy because they filmed her from the side of the bald spots. And I'm like, Tommy, you don't see your mama bald spots? You didn't want to say her, mommy, let's switch seats. You can do that. You gonna let, girl, you ain't shit, I'll tell you that. Her confessional look, once they was at the photo shoot, now that was a cute look. Okay, she had them edges covered and everything. It was a cute little curly little wig or whatever. But that fake old attachment ponytail and them no edges, baby, I was like, girl, what is going on here? Y'all don't see them bald spots, girl. I was just so flabbergasted. Anywho, you know, they get to the whole little family photo shoot thing. You know, all the siblings is there. They all having fun. They all taking, but they all laughing and joking or whatever. They just waiting on Tommy. Tommy ain't there yet. Tommy walk in drinking from a hotel bottle of liquor. You know, you go to a hotel and they had like the little mini bottles of liquor. She had one of those. Or it might have been the little mini bottles of wine. Either way it go, she looked drunk. She really, really did. She walked in on 10. She got a fucking attitude. She's mad because I thought I was coming to have a meeting with Versace so she can apologize. I walk in, it's a goddamn happy-go-lucky family, fakely smiling like we all get along and taking pictures. I won't do that. She all extra, she all loud. And I can't, look, I ain't got time for loud, ghetto, always want to argue with my family people. Because my thing is, if you don't fuck with your family, I get that. Some families don't fuck with each other. I completely get that. Why do you have them on the show? Why? Because y'all was all up in your house and with Versace. Y'all was all up in your house on episode 1. So what happened with episode 1 and episode 4 that you think your whole family fake just because Versace have to be? Girl, I can't deal with it. Tommy need to get the fuck over herself. Tommy is getting that Jocelyn complex. She really, really is. I made y'all. I do this. I do that. It ain't the Tommy show. It really, really isn't. And my thing is, you need them. They are part of your storyline. It truly, truly is. But I'm like, to this to be rude and mean and nasty to me is stupid. Cousin or fussing or whatever. We do see Versace walk up and say, hey, can we talk real quick? You know, I do want to apologize. You know, blah, 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 blah. She giving an apology. But she also does say, you know, I also would like an apology from you for what you did. And Tommy say, that ain't gonna happen. My thing is, if you can't admit what you did wrong, how you expect someone else to admit what they did wrong? And then say, I was here to get an apology from her, but she can't do that. No, bitch, she gave you one. What she did was she gave you one and then said, you know, but you did wrong to me too. Can you apologize to me too? And we can move forward so that we can be good. Tommy ain't want to do that. I don't have time for Tommy, her attitudes. I am a firm believer. If you don't fuck with somebody, don't be around them. If you don't fuck with your family, don't have them on the show. Do what else do you have going on, Tommy? Do something the fuck else. Otherwise, you're going to always look crazy because you cussing your sister out. You cussing your mama out. You and your mama both saying, fuck you, bitch, this and fuck you, bitch, that. And I don't give a fuck about this. You know, she sent her sister, you don't wash your ass right. You know, she sent her mama, you know, you was a bad mom. Look, I don't do that shit. I don't like when people put they family business in these streets and you on TV going ham on your mama and your sister. And for what? If you don't fuck with them, then don't fuck with them. Girl, just go on somewhere and leave it the fuck alone. So Kirk and Jasmine meet up for the first time in a year. Kirk has not talked to her or seen Cannon in a year. And they're meeting up at his lawyer's office. Because all of their correspondence goes between their lawyers. And Jasmine absolutely got a makeover. Jasmine absolutely looks more put together this season than she did last season. She really does. they basically have a little bit of a conversation. He lets her know that she can't be popping up nowhere, that she can't be popping up to Rashida's store, you know, surprising her, whatever. She can't do that because that's disrespectful to Rashida, which the fuck it is. That's his wife. And even if, as she said, well, I just wanted to apologize to her face to face. Well, bitch, you asked me first, okay? That didn't be still, that's what I would say. He say, look, you're doing too much too fast. You know, that'll come later. Don't try to push it. You know, it's bad enough that you told my daughter before I did. You know what I'm saying? He tells her he do want to be in canon life. It's gonna be a process. You know, she asked if his siblings know that they have a new sibling. He says, yeah, they know. They do want to get to know their brother. However, you can't she wants it to be like, okay, we know you the daddy, so now we should all just be one big happy family. And that ain't how it go. You fucked somebody else's husband and got pregnant, bitch. That's what the fuck you did. So the bylaws and the rights of sad chicks and mistresses who get knocked up is, bitch, you have no rights. Okay? You have no, the only right you have is to fucking remain silent. That's it. We know Canon is Kirk's baby. We get that. Kirk do need to be a father to that child. He absolutely does. But Jasmine, you can't rush shit. You can't be like, well, they know he the daddy now, so, you know, they should accept him. No, they don't have to. They could say, fuck your child. They could. I ain't saying it's right. But they could say, you fucked a married man, know he was married, and you should have known it would be a chance that the family might not accept that baby. You put that baby in this fucked up situation, and now you can't be like, well, now they know who the daddy is, everyone should be okay with it. That ain't how it works. Okay, don't shit go on your time. You and Kirk fucked up this whole thing. You and Kirk are the ones who ain't shit. And what I can respect about Kirk is that he was honest with her and said, you know, what she can't do. And he was honest enough to say, you know, I do need to be a father to Canon. I can respect that I respect that he had enough respect now. He should have had it before. But, you know, he had enough respect for Rashida and his family to tell her she can't be just putting herself in their life as she see fit. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy he didn't say to her, well, yeah, you know what? It's okay if you know, do A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he kind of told her, pump your goddamn brakes, leave it be, and sit the fuck down somewhere. She does show him a video of baby Cannon. And he like, okay, yeah, he is cute. You know, I did it. I did make a pretty baby. And he did. And the thing about it is, even seeing Kirk watch the video, you can see for the first time, I think, in my opinion, how he realized he fucked up. It's like he looking like, damn, I did. I think he realized I made a whole baby. And I think he was like, damn, yeah, I did it. For me, I felt, not saying he's still a piece of shit. He really, really is. But I think him knowing, okay, yes, it is my baby. And okay, he's a human being. I made a whole nother human being with a whole nother person on my wife. Damn, I did that. And I feel like when someone fucks up, you know, they eventually have to start making up for it. And I guess this is the time when Kirk's trying to make up for it. I still feel like Jasmine is a messy ass bitch, and she should know she ain't got no goddamn rights. She's a goddamn side chick and a mistress who just had a side chick baby. And it's what it is. Carly Red. I can't take Carly Red serious. Because one, I just don't. And every season she got a new boyfriend. And two, I just think she's a joke most of the time. You know, she's dating Sean Garrett. Sean Garrett looks funny to me. I mean, he's cute from afar. But when he got up closer, I'm like, he looked like somebody, and I can't place my finger on it. I don't know, but I'm gonna figure that shit out. He brings up how like his mom died of cancer, and how he kind of wasn't, you know, his mom died of cancer, and he was really close with his family. She then brings up how her dad, who she's not close with, you know, he was like kind of estranged from her, for a few years, and how she got a phone call saying, one, he had a heart attack, and two, he survived the heart attack, but they figured out he got cancer, and how he basically needs someone to help take care of him. And, you know, she says, you know, well, how am I supposed to do that? You know, he was never there for me, so, you know, how can I be expected to change my whole life up for a man who wasn't even really a father to me when I was growing up? And He say, look, you know, you only get one father, and maybe you should bring him here, and this could be God's way of letting you get to spend time with him and get to know him as an adult. And I said, that's a good, you know, that's a good thing to say. You know, my biological father, who I don't have much of a relationship with, he had surgery. A couple, like, before my dad passed away, my bio dad had surgery. And I was like, I don't care. We'll work with each other. And since my father's passed away, my bio dad is still, you know, on the mend or whatever. So I can get someone saying, you know, maybe sometimes you can get to know your birth parent when you're an adult. But we shall see. Anywho, so yeah, he told her she should bring the dad to Atlanta. She do. You know, he won't move to Atlanta, but, you know, she does bring him there because he will only visit. So we see that she also has two sisters through her father. They have the same father. They all have different mothers. She says the oldest sister lives wherever else, and they're not that close. But the other sister, they're kind of close or whatever. And so the other sister come over, Katrina, and they like the dad is there. And he feel like he should be able to go back to Florida and live on his own, where they both feel like, well, no, you know, we need someone to be able to take care of you. You can't really be on your own or whatever. And he like, well, I've been on my own. I've been dealing with this for months and months and months. You know, I think I found out by myself. And they're like, no, you had a heart attack. And not only that, you have cancer. You know, you need help or whatever. And they like, go put him to bed so they can talk. So she brings up how she got this paperwork, and how the paperwork all lists her as the POA, the power of attorney. And she's like, why would he put me as power of attorney? And her sister said, well, because you're the strong, you know, you're the leader. And she's like, well, how would he know that? You know, if he didn't raise me, he wasn't like, how would he know I'm the leader? And she said, well, you know me, I'm the helper. You know what I'm saying? I can help. She said, but I have too much on my plate to take care of him. So I can kind of, you don't. Which basically means her sisters and all of them probably got little young kids. And she probably, because I think her kids are older. So they probably feel like you have more free time and probably access to money than we do. So that's kind of the thing where it's probably easier for you to take care of them than it really is for us. And she's like, well, you know, I would have to change my whole life to have him here, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. You know, it's like what if she then said, what if he moved back to Florida and I get my number changed and they can't call me and something happened? Well, why would you get your number changed, Carly? And why, if you did, why wouldn't you give it to your daddy's doctors? Carly full of shit. And I really hope this isn't some kind of fake ass story. I really hope this ain't some fake ass fugazi ass shit. Because I told you, I don't trust I just can't take her serious sometimes, and I just don't want this to be just for TV. I really don't. So I hope this is something serious. I really do. Yeah, this dude Bocce, I guess he's a new cast member. He was on the beginning with them at the little club or whatever with Shooter and them, and I just didn't write his name down. So he's actually a promoter or whatever in Atlanta. He has a girlfriend named Keely who is Shooter's like best friend or whatever, and you know they all back in Atlanta, and they're all at a volunteer event, and also Young Jock is there. And basically Shooter still saying how, you know, Sierra wasn't there much with the death of his son, and Keely seemed to think, well, because him and Sierra, you know, because Sierra ain't shit because she wasn't around enough, which I'm looking like, bitch, he cheated and had 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? It's people be killing me thinking somebody should just forgive people for stuff just quick and fast when something happen. It ain't quick and fast like that. It's not quick and fast like that. And I think the fact that she went to the funeral. Why do these weird ass places keep following me on Instagram? I don't know, it's so stupid. But yeah, so Keely think I can hook him up with some girl and he'll be good. And Jock like, whatever, you know. No, she not what she said. She just said, well, no, she said, if your wife out here doing her and having fun, you should too. And I'm like, okay. We see Kirk meet with Rashida, and he just basically tell her that one, he met up with Jasmine, and she was like, oh, how did that go? And you know, he admits that it was kind of hard for him to do that. You know, that he told her to never come to her place of business anymore. He let her know that he kind of just put her in her place a little bit. And she's like, what does she want? Like, what does she want now? And he said, well, she basically just wants to, one, apologize to you face to face. She feel like that you deserve a face to face apology, and she wanted to know when could Cannon like meet his siblings, if that was possible, if we can arrange that. And she was like, well, for me, she don't need to talk to me. She needs to stay in her place over there, stay where the fuck she at, leave me be. But as far as the kids, me and him, that's fine. She also says that I do think that you should take an active role in his life. She was like, basically, you a shitty husband, but as a friend, I can admit that you are a great father. And I think all of Kirk's kids don't downtalk him as a father. He just a shitty ass husband. He's a shitty ass husband. I think his fathering skills, it is what it is. His kids love him, so that's one thing. But when it's cool to see Rashida say, you my husband, we going through these issues, but you need to be a father to that boy because that's your child. I'm not ready to be around him personally. I won't be around him right now. I'm not ready for that. But you can be in his life, as much as you need to be in his life because you are his father. I think that's a noble compromise, even for a couple who aren't together but could get back together. I think they are back together now because his mom passed away, and they kind of came back together for that. And they were kind of reconciled. But, for her to say, you can be around the kid, not me, and I'm okay with you being around the kid. Like, I can accept that without being pissed off, basically. And I'm like, it's what it is. He then brings up how he's still her manager, and then tell her that he booked a workout deal for her. And she like, well, for what and for when? And at what stage are you in the negotiation process? She's like, oh, it's already a done deal. And she don't like that. She's like, look, we're going through whatever we're going through, but you need to talk to me before you do anything for me business-wise, because even though we're going through whatever, and you still handle my business, we still on rocky road. So, we need to kind of get it figured out. Just don't make no decisions before discussing it with me. And he asked can he move back in the house? She was like, no, not at all. She said, well, we work really well together when you're on the same roof. And she said, you should have thought about that before you did what you did. Absolutely. Kirk, you fucked that lady and had a baby. Sit the fuck down somewhere else, okay? Jock, the dude Blotchy and his girlfriend Keely at the club because he's a promoter. And I'm like, girl, bye. She said how they have not lived in the same city for a year, but now she's back in Atlanta, and how he needed to kind of get himself under control and not be up in these clubs with these girls all over him. Because some promoters, I guess, girls flirt. I don't know why. She's just a commercial. She's just a promoter. This is why I should not drink these, because they make me belch, and they're so fucking delicious. But yeah, anyway, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but it gives me energy. So yeah, we then see her saying how she's still upset that Sierra was not there for Shooter, and this is when she said that she wants to hook him up with someone so that he can kind of have someone to make him feel better. And she gonna hook him up with her homegirl. And Jock was like, that man lost his son. Him dating some chick, that's not gonna make him feel no better. And it's not. I don't even like how they're incorporating his son's death to his situation with Sierra, to them hooking him up with some girl. I don't like the mixture of that shit. I think they need to keep, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna leave it at that, because he ain't hearing this in this scene. All we do see is that she's a plum D fool, and she acts crazy because when Blotchy comes to down, she pissed off because she felt like he was over talking to some girls for too long. And I'm not gonna be the one being dumb. And she cussing and fussing, yelling all up in his club. She get up and and Blotchy's sitting there looking like, girl, you so silly. And he ain't sweating shit. He like goddamn on fish and water. Ain't no sweat on his brow. And even when she get up and throw a drink on him, he was so chill, and she was so extra. I think she wanted a scene. He ain't want to give her a scene. He like, I'm gonna let her do her. I ain't gonna act up. I'm gonna sit here. And I think because he wasn't reacting, she kept getting more and more extra. And everybody looking around like, why the fuck is she yelling? What the fuck is going on? Let's move on. Just Brittany meet with Keely. Now, Just Brittany is the girl who was on here last week when she was talking with Stevie and Lord Jesus. Erica and Essie walked in. I can't pronounce that goddamn girl name. I didn't know the Brittany girl was gonna be a real character. I really didn't. I also don't like the fact that her name was Just Brittany. I think we should just be able to say Brittany. Anyway, she meet with Keely. Just telling her what happened with Stevie, the girls coming in, being petty. She called Essie and Erica Mina Enchilada Esmeralda. I said, bitch, did you call that girl Enchilada? And then said, I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's hard to pronounce Estelita's name. It does not roll off the tongue. But she called that bitch Enchilada. Enchilada and goddamn go Esmeralda. I said, bitch, oh my god. She just bring up how, she did not ask Stevie to be her manager. How he sent her a contract, that she sent her lawyers, and that she's like, I ain't trying to have no, big issues with him. You know what I'm saying? I need him to understand that I'm trying to be an artist, not his, not his artist. And, what else did she say? She said, I'm not trying to be on for the love of Stevie. I said, well, she's smart. She's saying, I know what he usually do. I ain't trying to do that. He need to leave me the fuck alone. And, kudos to her for saying that. And he be like, you know what? I need to go talk to him. And I need to be like the business manager for Danger Zone. I'm like, they really mixing up these stories. Like, they really trying to add all these people for no goddamn reason. So I'm like, all right, girl, whatever. And then the end of the scene, we see Tommy talking about, sometimes you gotta forgive people or realize why they did stuff. And she talking with him like, oh, okay, I guess she gonna go meet with her sister. This bitch walking to goddamn restaurant, and the girl, I think her girl name is Tierra, Scrap De Leon's baby mama, the girl who has a few kids by him, is there. And I'm like, what the fuck they found her at? Scrap still in prison and been in prison. So why? I don't know. We have to wait till next week, because it was some fuckery and some bullshit all up through. I was just confused. Anyway, put your comments below. Let me know how y'all felt about it too. Other than that, I am Jelly. This is Jelly's Corner. Peace.